Welcome back to Supersonic Fans
Art.
4.
Part?
What's that?
I replaced the last part to art.
Art. Welcome back to Art 4. This is
Art
your boy,
4.
Nuxfan 169. Ready for action.
Big the Dave, ready to lynch himself. I got the campfire ready. You know, tiki torches, noose for myself.
This is
And
your boy.
Looking
Your
for a
boy,
treat.
morally ambiguous Gaia.
And,
Okay, chill.
Hey, that's the wrong Sonic thing. That's okay.
and
Forgive
here
me.
I am. I found you, Faker.
Yes, he's the faker who has been found.
Have you found your personal faker? If not, join our self-help club.
We're,
Now,
we're reminded
Everyone
of the
has
faker
one.
that exists in ourselves.
Anthony could definitely be a self-help guru, but
Oh,
let's get started here. Jake, if you don't mind starting the description for episode 14.
Episode 14, Chase the Hero Sonic. Parentheses, that's what friends are for.
And I don't think we have a custom name for this one, but I could be wrong.
I will look at mine. Because I keep the custom names. It's, I'll have to get a real job.
Excellent, yeah.
Oh, and that, yeah, I remember that.
Eggman's base is destroyed. However, the press conference's topic is focused on Sonic, who is not present. The presidential aide is upset by this, believing that if this goes on, the president will lose his next election. Wanting to somehow raise the president's popularity, he decides to open up Sonic's victory celebration and have the photo of Sonic shaking hands with the president taken by the media. He immediately sends Sonic a written invitation. Chuck prepares brand new tuxedos for Sonic and the others. However, Sonic says he has something else to do. It turns out he promised to meet with Helen, a girl who is Chris's classmate and wheelchair-bound. Wanting to have Sonic present at any cost, the aide uses special forces to chase after him. This is the second episode that Eggman does not appear in.
Yep.
Excellent.
So, this episode was dumb, but
How dare
it had
you?
a shocker.
Yeah, how dare you?
It had its moments, though. I guess.
This
I don't know.
episode was woke because it has the president acknowledge that being president isn't a real job.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what? I'll give it that. That's one of the high points. Is that the government looks really, really dumb. Which, to be fair, by the logic of with how we've been bitching about this show, it makes sense that the government's really, really dumb.
It's
Yes.
really dumb, but the aide does have a pretty good plan, which is just, hey, clout chase Sonic, so that way you can get re-election.
So when you read the Wikipedia,
Fake issues.
It didn't mention at all that in the episode when we watched the episode, it mentioned how people were going to vote for Sonic instead of him. So I'm pretty sure that's a dub thing.
That was his fear. It was
his fear.
It was a throwaway line. No one was actually
Yeah.
saying Sonic should be president.
Yeah.
I think they thought that. I don't know. Maybe I'm
The
thinking.
Well, I think it was just the
aide
VP.
was basically
so yeah.
saying it as like, this is how popular Sonic is. Like, at this rate, they'll want him to be president. Because that's what...
Yeah.
Oh, then I'd have to get a real job.
Yeah,
Hail,
exactly.
hail, Fuhrer Sonic.
Hail Führer Sonic, the Fourth Reich.
The Forces Reich.
So
Third
the
Reich.
the episode starts and they all we start at like the house, the Thorndike residence, and everyone's all like, fuck, I'm way too tired for this.
they're all like,
can I
man,
kill
we're
myself,
Sonic
actually?"
characters, man.
yeah.
Can Austin tag in for me?
Oh, fuck you.
So, you go to the
No,
Thorndike
hold on.
residence.
Yeah, again.
You go to
Yeah.
the Thorndike residence. That's when they get the invitation where it's like, oh, the president wants us to go to the dinner. Then when Chris tells what day it is, Sonic's like, oh, I can't do it. I'm busy. And he just like name drops Helen, who Chris immediately recognizes as, oh, you mean a kid from my school?
Yes.
Which is pretty weird in that context.
I think it's even funnier that I think you mentioned it, that now Sonic thinks that other people at Chris's school is more interesting than Chris.
Yeah. It's really weird. Where it's like, why are you hanging out with kids from my school that I don't even talk to?
I mean, to be fair, they cut to a flashback where he sees her like stuck on something, and he felt bad for her. So I think this is like a pity thing.
Well, I mean, I wrote down the real reason. He grooms
But we
handicapped
all know
children.
that. That's the other reason.
Yeah.
It's pretty appropriate to have this like after the multiple episodes of Sonic essentially grooming Cream.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In fact, on my notes, I have a quote saying, I got a date with a crippled little girl.
Well, I actually have a theory with this too, is that I'm pretty sure Tails says in the episodes that Sonic goes where like he'll show up when he's needed. So I have the theory that Sonic is Mary Poppins.
It's like he's Mary Poppins, but he's also like the cowboys in the Old West shows.
Yeah.
Just rolling into town.
They'll just show up at the right time no matter what.
Give me this fucking image of Sonic the Hedgehog riding on a fucking umbrella going, hey guys!
Wow!
Your medicine, it's way past cool!
You want to watch me go fish?
Chin
I
chin!
make you happy.
Chin chin
So
chiroo!
after that exchange, Sonic runs around. He's starting to grab stuff like a boat, some rafts or some shit. Shit to get ready for a boating trip because that's what the little girl wants, right, Helen?
Yeah. She wants to go to
She
the
wants to go-
island where the flowers are.
Pretty little flowers are. And he's like, I'll take you to the flowers.
But around this time, because he has rejected the president's offered invitation, and the aide is a backbiting piece of shit who wants political advancement, he just sends the entire power of the U.S. military to track down Sonic and force him to go to the party.
Yes.
All the way to like going into like the Thorndike residence to try and grab Sonic when the rest of the gang goes to the party and he doesn't. Like panicking because of this.
Yes.
And trying to go ahead.
Ella tells him to fuck off, and then Mr. Tanaka beats the shit out of Secret Service.
Like a couple episodes earlier, he's called a total pussy, and then now he's like, I know fucking kung fu now.
That's called character development, David.
Yeah. I just have on my notes. He's only a badass when it's funny.
That's true.
Yes.
They fucking even Sonic, when he comes back, he drops her off and he goes back to pick up the boat that he got out of the garage, I guess. I don't know where he fucking got it. There's a plane that ambushes him and they fucking shoot a fucking smoke rocket at him.
Yeah.
Hey, that's, it's fine.
It's
fine.
Sonic, being the badass that he is, kicks it up into the air, into the plane, and the whole thing's just covered in smoke.
Yeah, they're dead.
There's a helicopter that was hovering.
Since we're on this, I did write, U.S. military's never been depicted so accurately. They just fucking shoot a harpoon at a handicapped child on a boat.
Yeah, that boat should be sinking, especially when Sonic pulls the harpoon out and there's nothing to plug the hole anymore.
Yeah, I know. And when they get to the island from all the shenanigans from that, all the kid can fucking think, Helen, all she can think is, oh, wow, I've never felt so alive.
I've never defied the power of my government before.
This is like getting 5 stars in Grand Theft Auto.
I'm taking the power back, Sonic.
Fucking great. She's having a fucking grand old time. Meanwhile, the fucking not White House, everyone is bored and angry, and their solution and the assistant's solution is to get everyone drunk on orange juice
and salami.
And
salami, because this is for kids.
Yes.
I just want to note, I wrote down, I think this was the scene, a manager gets mad at the workers for getting overtime.
Oh, yeah.
that was just a scene that happened.
Yeah, he was like low key about it. He wanted to be like, "Oh man, you're sure working hard. Would you like me to cut your hours a bit?" And the guy was like, "Drop dead, asshole. You're not cutting my fucking hours."
You're talking about Helen's dad. She has the flashback on her dad works so hard because that's why Sonic's helping her. Helping her see the flowers because Daddy can't because
I didn't even write this down, but I remember specifically how annoying it was that was like the message that her family wasn't there for her. Mm-hmm. But as far as we can tell, the mother just works at home.
And we don't know what she does.
Yeah, they didn't bring it up at all. It wasn't important.
Like
Apparently.
they say they're so busy, but we technically never got an explanation of what the mother does.
This is at the end of the episode, but it's so annoying because the mother is crying because she is upset that she can't spend more time with her, but we don't know what she does.
Yeah, we don't know where
It's a mix. She's crying because she's like sad about not spending time with her, but also she's happy because Helen.
Oh, she's never been more happy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
She got
back-
kidnapped by a
She has
bitch
levels.
Yeah.
This bitch has
depth.
levels.
Thieves.
character.
I want to point out though, the lengths that the government is going to try to bring back Sonic. Realistically speaking, most of these costs have to be being footed by the taxpayers.
Yeah.
So
Oh, absolutely.
Consider weighing how much of a boost this would be to your re-election career, getting Sonic to do this, versus how much everyone will hate you because you spent billions of dollars to make
Well,
this
no,
happen.
no. Well, this is from the military budget. They won't notice.
That's true.
They
And you
don't
can't
know.
cut that. You can't touch it at
Yeah.
all.
In fact, it was being wasted if they didn't do this.
Damn, that's right.
If this is a society that can tolerate having a police division have race cars as their main method of transportation, I think they can tolerate,
That's the funniest thing about this episode, probably, is the fact that they didn't just call in the speed team.
That's
Yeah.
true.
Like, they could have just brought them back, but they were like,
Sam
nah,
was
fuck
busy
that.
getting drunk. He was still broken and hollow inside.
Uncle Sam is just too busy getting drunk.
All right. Before I say my next point, I did want to bring Anthony onto the field. I'll forcibly drag you into the mic here, Anthony.
You won't participate in this podcast, you son of a bitch.
Yeah, we will murder you now.
This is family time. Put the phone away.
I'm so sorry.
What you got for us, Anthony?
Basically what I got is government business. I'm a big shot government man. And then Jackie Chan to the rescue.
Jackie Chan to the rescue.
Good notes, Anthony.
Take a look at these hands. I'm a tumbler.
I think he's referring to
Man.
Butler with Jackie Chan to the rescue.
Yeah.
I'll be sure.
And then like my last two, Sonic wants to bang a disabled girl, and she's a trap.
That's right.
She's a trap.
She's a trap. That's a different layer of what trap means in this case.
Are you saying that she's like a gold digger, or has she got a penis?
Let the user
My theory, my theory is that she's a trap because she wants to get married for the health insurance.
See, gold digger.
Sonic's not a citizen yet, though. He has no insurance.
That's next episode.
Fuck. Yeah. Why would you spoil it? No one brought this up, but Sonic fucking flies the fucking helicopter.
Yes.
Yeah, so I wanted to get back on track.
I have that
Okay.
note. Yeah.
Okay. I just want to make sure.
I was about to get back. I was about to say we should get back on track on because we're going all over.
You
the place.
don't control the narrative.
I will control the narrative, whether you like it or not.
Ah.
Oh. They get chased the island, and they get to the flowers, and they get chased some more, and then they get to the helicopter, and Sonic can just fly a helicopter, I guess.
Yeah. Doesn't even have to phone a friend. Doesn't even have to phone in Tails.
Even he's so good at flying it. He knows how to use the grappling hook to grab the girl's wheelchair, and then they get away. And this girl's got to be the smartest character in the series so far, because one of the big plot holes I have in the back of my head is why don't they just go to the party? Entire episode, like bring the girl with you and then you can go to the island. She literally goes, you know what, you can go be with the president.
Yeah, I don't mind.
I'll come with you. I'm like, you're genius.
I thought you were gonna bring up the point where, because when they get into the helicopter, they leave the wheelchair behind, and
I thought they're gonna leave it.
There's a solid 2 minutes where we're just like, you fuckers, you're leaving the wheelchair. She has talked about how expensive it was.
Yeah.
But then he's like, oh yeah, let me fire the grappling hook and grab the wheelchair.
I already mentioned the grappling hook, but she's fucking genius. Smartest character in the series so far. Best character of the series, question mark?
I was honestly hoping they would forget the wheelchair. That'd been so fucking
That would
funny.
be fucking great. It's kind of the next scene. She just has another wheelchair.
It's the last 5 minutes of the episode, just an unbroken, silent shot of the wheelchair rusting in the ocean breeze.
The camera stays on the chair as they leave.
You
So
hear
when
the
they get-
sound of the ocean in the distance.
When they get to the White House, everyone's like, "Yeah, Sonic's here," and the assistant's like, "All right, you can take the picture with the handshake now." And they're all, but all the photographers are just really tired because the party lasted all day, which it did,
Yeah,
by the
tired.
way. It lasted
Tired,
from
quote,
like,
unquote.
if I had to guess, like in the afternoon to like 10 p.m.
Yeah.
maybe even longer.
Well,
As-
that's plenty of time to get drunk off orange juice and
Orange juice and salami.
Multiple
which they totally
salamis.
weren't. They were blushing because they were thinking of pretty girls in their
They were
seats.
seeing Amy and
Titties.
Cream with her pretty
Yeah.
dresses.
That's
Yeah,
right.
they were seeing Cream, and their weenies got huge.
Gross.
How dare
I
you?
do want to let you know, David, if you want to continue this, I am out of notes. So
Okay,
If
well,
you
I think
wanna-
that's basically it. We already
Yeah,
talked about
yeah.
how they got home. The girl got home, told the story. The parents cried because they just saw her being.
so happy.
She's so happy. Where's her parents?
yeah, I guess my last note is I wrote that Sonic has set an unreachable goal for her parents.
That's right.
She'll never be as happy as she hung out with her favorite anthropomorphic fast creature.
All life from now on will just be a sad
Just downhill,
attempt
yeah.
to capture the feelings of
Recapture
that
that.
day. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what she'll
Alright.
get into heroin to try and do that.
She's
So
chasing the
I
blue
think that's all I
hedgehog.
got.
Anthony, what do you got?
My last note was she's a trap.
Just a trap.
We know
Yeah,
him.
excellent.
My last note is that Sonic was watching through the window at the end because
Yeah.
he is 100% just grooming this child, and he needs to
Yeah.
be stopped.
Yeah, he was on the tree. I forgot. He's fucking
Yeah.
laying on the tree watching them eat dinner. Fucking creepy motherfucker.
He's normal. It's fine. It's whatever.
Hmm.
Hmm.
I got
Alright.
I got a baby girl harem coming along. Nice.
Maybe
Slowly
I
but
can get
surely.
her and Cream into a threesome.
Yeah, he went.
That's
He was walking in a deserted playground that was overgrown with weeds, and he heard the whispers, "If you build it, they will come."
If you build it, you will come.
There we go.
Oh Jesus.
Episode
Sorry.
15.
Yes.
Mobile Egg Fort attacks. Sorry, Mobile Fortress Egg Fort attacks. Parentheses,
my
skirmish in the sky.
Alternative title was Mobile Fortress Egg Fortress Fort is fortified.
Mine was
Excellent.
cell phones are worthless.
They are. Go ahead and read, Jake.
Oh, thank you for your permission, sir.
Problem.
You may read.
After his base got destroyed, Dr. Eggman spreads terror through the city with the mobile fortress Egg Fort that was hidden underground. Sonic rushes in to help, but he can't reach the high-flying Egg Fort. Chris and the others, exasperated at the fact that they could have reached it with the X-Tornado, are met with the plane arriving to where they are, brought by Tanaka in a trailer. Sonic boards the X-Tornado and assaults the Egg Fort. The great battle with the Egg Fort starts to unfold.
Great battle.
That's the entire description.
So,
Unfolds like an omelet.
spoiler alert, this episode was kind of dumb. I'm gonna say that for every episode.
Nah.
But, yeah. So, Jake mentions the cell phone.
Yes.
He sure does.
So
And,
yeah, Amy. No, it was Chris. Chris gives
Chris
Sonic
caught him his
the
cell phone, which was really fucking funny.
and
Maybe he'll pay attention to me.
Exactly.
okay.
That's exactly what he says.
he was literally okay with having the cell phone until Amy suggested, "Oh, now we can stay in contact with each other all the time."
Yeah.
they just
And then he
dumped
was
it
just
off
like,
on
"Fuck
He
this."
accepted the cell phone begrudgingly until Amy goes, "No, now we could be in touch."
Amy does a little the woman monologue, of course, about how she's excited to go shopping.
Yeah, I wrote in my notes. I didn't explain why. I just wrote Amy is a woman times 1,000.
Yeah,
Amy is a woman.
so that's the plot of the episode. So that's the plot. The opening plot here is they all want to go to the mall because they can now.
Yes.
And
There's no adventure
like,
to be had.
I got all the sales ready.
You know, looking at it from like a further perspective, I can now see. My second note says Sonic ghosts his friends. I can see now why.
Yeah, because
His
they're
friends
all
aren't there.
Yeah, they're going shopping.
as obnoxious as this show gets, and as obnoxious as Sonic can be in this show, he's still probably one of the best characters
Probably.
because he knows they're all annoying.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, you go.
Okay. They arrived at Station Square in a limo, and this fucking limo's got a disco ball.
That's
Yes.
pretty epic.
Side note, I noticed that like twice when I was watching. I was like, "What the fuck?"
Mhm.
And
It's good.
and they talk about how they're excited or whatever, and they get to the mall, and everyone just like stares at them like they're fucking
freaks.
like they're freaks.
Like they're furry
Sure they are.
creatures. Yeah.
They stare
down
at them
to
like
the-
the sick freaks that they are.
Down to the point, all the way to the point where when Chris and Tails are hanging out at a toy store, one of the kids just grabs Tails by one of his tails. He goes, "I want to buy him.
I
Oh,
want
yeah.
it.
I want it." Even though, like, I'm pretty sure they've been on national television like at least 4 or 5 times.
Yes.
So, yeah, that was down to the point. Not only that, when they try to get away from the general public, they go to like a classy restaurant because Chris is rich and totally relatable at the same time.
I think they even like talk about how this will be better. Like they don't see the obviousness that this is no better.
This is a private club. This is a private establishment. We're gonna in here, and the fucking rich people did the same fucking thing.
Yeah, I wrote definitely oppressed, forced to fancy dinner place because oppressions. Oops, rich people don't have boundaries either.
I want to go back for a second. While they're in the limousine, they're talking about the whole cell phone and Sonic ghosting them, and
Yes.
so Amy like sort of excuses it away, like the battered wife that she is, saying like
she's in training,
she's just like, oh, Sonic's just a guy who needs a lot of privacy.
He needs his man cave.
And Chris does the like logical question of, well, what do we do if there's an emergency? And Tails does
You
my
die.
favorite line, which is just like, don't worry, Chris. No matter where he is, Sonic just has a way of showing up when he has to.
Sorry. In the last episode, that's what I was referencing. I forgot it was in this episode. He says it.
Yeah.
That's why he's Mary Poppins.
But what's perfect about that is we've established in like some of the earlier episodes of the series that he does break the fourth wall to talk to the audience.
Yes.
So the reason
he just knows,
why
yeah.
Sonic knows when to show up is because he reads the scripts.
Yeah.
Genius. He's still one of the best characters.
Anthony, were you trying to say something?
I was just saying, with Chris saying, "What happens when we need him?" You die.
You die.
You just die.
And one of the other things, while they're in Station Square, they're shopping before they go to the rich people place. There's the Amy trying on clothes montage. One of the outfits she's wearing is like a Hillary Clinton-esque pantsuit almost, and she has a fedora with it. And that's the perfect look for Amy because she is like a female incel when it comes to Sonic.
Oh my god.
I'm not aware of the culture of the female incel, but that sounds right.
I want to know
she
that
wants to be a trad wife for
that
Sonic,
exists.
but Sonic just wants to fuck around and have sex with children.
Where are all the traditional men? Says the
Why are there so
female
many
incel.
cucks in today's world when there weren't so many cucks 50 years
Why are
ago?
there so many cucks? Oh man. So yeah.
Back to the rich people dinner. They allow pets in here.
Yeah, that was one of the lines. They just look up. Oh, they let pets in. Fuck.
The rich people are even worse than the poor people. I remember we talked about it when we watched it the first time, but my theory was that with poor people, they have they're socialized to like they're gonna stare at these critters, these people, but they're not going to like go over and like invade their personal space and touch them. because they're like, oh yeah, these are celebrities, they're better than us. But when they get to the rich people at the dinner, they just like start grabbing on them and tugging on them. It's like, oh yes, they're
They
rich.
surround them.
Yes,
Yeah.
there's no consequences. We can do this. We want to touch you, and we're going to do it because we're rich.
Now I'm just gonna say this up front. I didn't rewatch this episode entirely. I know I'm a bad boy. But I wrote this note, which I think is hilarious because I don't know why I wrote it. But I wrote Sonic X body shames, and it's awesome.
Yeah, that was the other robots were making fun of Eggman being fat
That's right.
Hell yeah.
because he's a fat piece of shit.
I can't remember. Jake, I can't remember. How does Eggman get into the plot of this?
Eggman gets in the plot of this because he's if I recall correctly, they were looking through the ruins of like his old fortress from the Bay of Eggs invasion episode we were talking about. The police are investigating that, and then a giant airship that's like a weird drill airship just flies on out of there.
Just go straight down.
Yeah, he flies straight to the city. He's saying like, "Hey, because you destroyed my base, I'm going to destroy your city and rebuild here." And while he was doing that, while they're in the ship talking to the not Orbot and Qbot robots, they're just making fun of how fat he is.
Yeah.
All right. So, side note on my notes here, I have written down, and I kind of noticed this throughout this season so far, and later in the season, they don't use any of the fucking Robotnik ship designs. Like, it's the perfect time to get like a. Like, I don't know. I know I sound a little neckbeardy with that one, but
The worst part about Sonic 06 was that the Eggman bots weren't even Eggman bots.
fuck you all.
Sonic X was. I like Sonic X. The action was pretty good, but there wasn't enough action.
I don't know. It's just.
I mean, yeah, you're not wrong though. Yeah, you're not
There's
wrong.
so many like ship designs they could use from the games.
Yeah, there's so many. They
but-
had like at least 4.
Yeah.
At
On a
least.
pure practicality thing, yeah, it should just be like, yeah, just use these.
Instead, you get like a giant 3-drill spaceship thing, like purple. And I mean, it's not a terrible looking ship design, but it's not. I don't know. This doesn't really come off as Eggman-y to me.
I'm guessing they just did it because it's more kid show like. Because that,
Yeah.
if I just saw
I
it,
want to
that's all
sell
it
more
looks like.
toys.
Yeah. I doubt they even sold a toy of that. Is the worst part.
I
Yeah,
want to sell
yeah.
toys.
They already just sell
Uh,
Sonic X. They already just have Sonic merch.
I just want to say that my only last 2 notes for this one, I'll let you finish off. Sonic can just fly sometimes, and they never try to catch Eggman. And I know that's true. Sonic can just fucking fly whenever it's convenient, and I love it.
When the
Yeah, Sonic shows up.
yeah, no, you go.
Okay. So when Sonic shows up because when they need him, he just shows up.
Yeah, Sonic
Like
success.
Mary Poppin motherfucker that he is. They start a battle and they don't have the X Tornado, so they're panicking because Sonic's trying to fight this giant ship in the town. And
then boom, Uncle Sam.
yeah, that's right. Uncle Sam arrives. Says, "Hey, you guys need a lift to go get the X Tornado."
Whoa!
They start driving, and the teacher just shows up just cause. Like he helped them fight off. He helped them
Wink,
fight off.
wink.
He helped them fight off some laser robots or some shit. And they just throw him in the car just cause. Driving off. The robots that shoot lasers catch up to them again. That's when my boy Tanaka shows up with his truck, with the X Tornado just there in the truck. It's like a big bed truck.
Chad, yes.
And they get.
Love Tanaka. You just love him.
So, Jink, your final points there.
My final points. Your final points, Dick.
I already read mine.
I got a lot of points.
Yeah, I got a few things too. I thought Jake said something. Sorry
Yeah,
about
I
that.
said
Both,
Tanaka.
you both are
I said Tanaka. We love him, folks.
you both are monsters. Continue.
Yes.
Okay.
You're
So
white. Fuck
I
you.
can't exactly remember when this happens. Like Sonic jumps towards the there's little birds following him up to Eggman's giant drill fort thing.
Yeah.
And they explode, and when they explode, he falls upward.
Yeah.
And I was kind of confused about that a little bit.
Gravity
Like
sucks.
as the force of the explosion just makes him go up in the air. I didn't
Yes.
think it was that big of an explosion.
Whenever he needs to be able to fly, that's how it
Yeah.
goes.
Just need it.
So you remember before that, though, before he flaps his fucking hedgehog wings and
Yes.
climbs onto it, before they had the bit where he's doing the road runner. He's like running on air, and he's trying all sorts of poses before he realizes, oh, I can't fly. And then he looks
though
at
he
the
did that
camera, and then he
before.
falls.
Even though he did that in the first episode.
Yes.
I believe you can fly.
He has to have a sonic boom running start, and then he can just skyward upwards to infinity.
Yeah, the X tornado gets damaged during all this crazy shit, and they're like, "What are we gonna do?" And Sonic's like,
Yeah.
"I got an idea. Rush it and give me rings." Which is the first time we see Sonic use 2 rings instead of 1.
Yeah, that's right. He goes Super Saiyan 2 for him.
He basically spin dashes at it.
Super
Yeah.
Saiyan God, Super Saiyan.
Which, as far as I can tell, there's no significant difference between 1 and 2 rings. Like, if
He's like,
they just thought of it that time, like it could have just been 1 ring.
Thank you.
There's
Wow,
no
that's
rules.
cool.
It gave him more of a boner.
Yeah.
more of a boner. He can just pierce right
felt
through that
right.
with his fast dick.
There was just someone very pretentious in the screenwriting room. Like, no, there needs to be symmetry. He needs 2 rings in both hands. It's deep meaning.
Yeah, and then the ship just crashes and explodes, and they just leave Eggman to die underwater.
Yeah.
Not even
Yeah.
try to look
that's
for a
right.
body.
Nope.
Chad,
They do nothing. They just fucking leave. From what I can tell.
Could somebody please call housekeeping?
Was that
Was that?
was that a line?
Yeah,
Who said that?
some random dude after a building got blown up.
Oh
Yeah, that's right. It
When
was-
they left to
black
fight
face.
Eggman in the water,
He had blackface.
Excellent.
not face because there was so much soot from the boom from the explosion.
From the Sonic boom, would you say? Ha ha. Ha ha.
I will quit this podcast.
You'll fucking
Believe-
try.
Oh,
I'll get Eli to replace you in a minute.
Just like that.
all right,
fucking
Anthony,
that.
I'm curious. Where are your notes for this one?
On
right
a
under
notepad.
mine.
What?
On a notepad.
Why?
His notes are right under mine.
That's
Well, no,
for the
you
that's,
can't read apparently, David.
that's for the next episode.
Episode 16, my bad.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Why
okay.
exactly? Did you write some do you
So,
draw porn next to it? Like, what's the deal?
so I forgot to write notes for that episode, so I did it later on.
Oh, okay. I gotcha.
Got it.
Oh wow, got it, guys. Cool.
Is
Wow.
that the end of your notes, Jake?
No. One more. Notice that Eggman laughs in the most anime way possible.
Yes, he does.
Ho, ho, ho.
I'm glad he stops doing that in later stuff that the voice actor does Eggman in.
How dare you?
Good.
That's the best part of the show, you piece of
Really not.
dick. Liar!
All right. Episode 16. Unless Anthony, you have any parting notes on this one?
Everything goes big boom.
That's correct.
Everything goes Sonic. So, episode 16, Aim for It. The sunken ship in the Southern Sea, also known as Depths of Danger. While
Everyone. Oh, sorry. Yeah, you got to read it. Go ahead. Sorry.
While above the overseas resort spot, the green Chaos Emerald starts reacting, with the 4th blue Chaos Emerald appearing to be under the sea. However, Sonic can't swim. That's when the group goes to the diving spot, wears the necessary equipment, and dives into the ocean. The group goes on a search while relying on the Chaos Emerald signal. discovers a sunken ship from the Age of Exploration. When they find the Chaos Emerald there, they're suddenly attacked by Eggman's robot and get in a dire situation. My alternate title for this one was Something to be Crabby About.
My if I had a title, it'd be Everyone Must Follow the Rules.
So here's the opening of this episode, guys. Here, get this.
All right.
The gang decide to go on a vacation.
Never heard of it.
David, I want you to stop lying to the people. That can't be how it started because the theme song clearly indicates no time for relaxation.
Nah, fam. I just hot take here.
Are you calling them liars?
Maybe.
This is libel.
This will end our friendship.
I am calling them motherfuckers who can't come up with a fucking original plot hook. Oh.
Damn,
So the episode
I can't believe our friendship means that little to you that you did that.
Imagine having a Dragon Ball setup where you just have to have them chase a thing and they just can't do that. They just instead are like, vacation, fuck it. It's just like you have
How many
ways to
vacations do
move
they
the
go
plot.
on?
This is like the 4th or some shit.
Damn.
Yeah, they do this a
rich
lot.
people.
Except,
Yeah.
Oh, they're so relatable, guys.
Imagine if they were working class and they had to deal with all this same shit, but they couldn't just go on vacation every 3 episodes.
It would just be the wheelchair girl.
We accidentally skipped a little bit ahead. There was technically a previously on segment. And the government said that they were going to search for the body.
Yeah.
No, they were trying to see if he was alive or dead because for some reason the entire ship exploding and then crashing into the sea, they were still like, we're not sure if he's alive or dead or not.
Yes.
Yeah. So, I remember the first time I watched the show, watched it with you guys, and I thought they were talking about Sonic for a second. It's like, huh? But thankfully, I watched it again today before we did this and fixed it because I'd have looked like a poopy.
Like a dipshit.
I would have looked like a poopy. So the government gives all the characters passports and their IDs and their social security cards and all that shit.
For reasons.
Yeah,
for reasons.
I mean, even though they could just do it anyway.
I wrote this later on. I don't know if this becomes relevant later on, but I put Sonic as an unofficial wing of the U.S. government now.
Oh yeah,
which is really funny because they have a Sonic budget, which we learn later in this episode.
Yeah.
That must have been why I wrote that, but that's the only reason they're giving them, citizenship.
And fucking social. I just want to know what Tails' social security number is.
Yeah.
Just curious.
I just want to steal his credit card information.
Yeah.
So in case
I
you
like
can't
how
tell,
it's Starship Troopers now, by the way. But yeah, go on.
Oh yeah. In case you can't tell that Amy is the girl character, they have her react very angrily and emotionally to her unflattering picture.
Yeah, it was a picture. It was a picture of her mid doing something with a hammer.
Yes.
Yeah.
This makes you look like a crazy person.
She's a girl. FYI, Amy, no one's ID photo looks good except maybe Lincoln's.
You're not allowed to smile.
Yes.
Yes. Chad, yes.
I'm guessing this has to do with something with the IDs they're given. I wrote Grandpa committed identity theft.
Because
does anyone know?
Hands them out.
Oh.
Yep.
Okay. Beautiful.
Maybe
he got him from the government, but it is a little sketch now that you mention.
Well, yeah, he's the guy who tried to he had the anti-government raid set up. He definitely made these himself.
Oh yeah. The previous episodes, he was talking about fighting the man and shit.
Yeah.
So I would not be surprised if that was if those were he made them on his own. But according to the show, they were gifts from the government.
Excellent.
So on the way to their 4th vacation,
yes,
they get a Chaos Emerald detection.
Yeah, I guess the emeralds are fucking magnets again. It doesn't matter. It's fine.
Said it's just like what happened in the baseball episode, which means the baseball episode is canon.
Well, obviously, yeah.
It is obviously because Chaos Emeralds were exchanged, but still, the fact that they have to remind me that episode is canon.
This would be the one show I could see where there are just giant episodes where nothing is canon.
Yeah, I could believe that in this show, but no, so far all of them are canon. They decided that they need to keep a low profile and then proceed to not wear any disguises on their island when they get there. And so naturally, everyone stares at them again, like in the previous episode. In fact, chases them, demanding autographs and photos.
Yes.
Hell yeah. Oh, that's probably why I wrote oppression. That's probably why I just wrote the word oppression.
Just oppression. You probably just either that or you just felt oppressed while watching it.
Could be.
I mean, to be fair,
Master Chris,
Sonic then hides from everybody. He doesn't want to say something.
I said, Master Chris, I came to rescue you.
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
Anthony, I of all the notes I'm reading, that's the one you decided to read out loud?
Yes.
I think your first one is the one with the most charm to it.
What, everyone must follow the rules?
No, the one after that.
Oh, everyone wants to fuck the ocean.
Yeah.
Yes. That one, yeah.
That one's very
I mean, you're not wrong.
It is great that you're just reading your notes straight because it is some treasure. It's a treasure trove.
Hey, that's the next one. It's time to find the treasure.
You're like fucking Shakespeare with a quill when it comes to your notes.
With a hedgehog quill, if you will. One that Jim Carrey licks and electrocutes him. So, I like that Amy and Cream have never seen the ocean before, because when they look at it while they're flying over it for the first time, they come in their pants.
Yeah.
Chaos Emeralds.
They are very entranced with it. It's ridiculous.
Chaos Emeralds are magnets again. Something that's been somewhat inconsistent, but
yes,
I'm glad it's back. And Sonic's off fucking horse.
Not going forward.
That's why he's not here.
That's the real reason.
Yeah.
That's why he hides from. That's why he hides from his friends when the paparazzi chases them.
That's right.
So when they decide to finally, stop kicking around,
but not
they
before,
decide to look. Yeah.
Not before we get the image of Cream and Amy in their swimsuits. The very sexy.
I bleached. I bleached that
sexy
part.
Panning shot.
I bleached that part out of that part of the episode in my brain. I bleached my brain.
Which is really weird because we've already had an ocean episode.
David, the show wants you to fuck little girls. It would be remiss of you not to mention when they do that.
Yeah. Back to the parts that don't make me want to completely hang myself, only partially hang myself. This is the plot. They decide to look for the emerald. No, none of the other characters look for it except Chris and Sonic. And their first attempt is to use a hose or like a tube, like in Sonic's mouth, so he can breathe.
Yeah.
And before they go, they both have like these blank white picket signs, and they don't explain what they do or why they have them in their hands. They're just there, like plain tiny white signs. My theory is that they had like kanji or words on them. Some shit. I don't know. I didn't understand why. Because next scene when they go in the water, they don't have them at all. It's really fucking weird. Like they're plain white picket signs, tiny ones. They're talking about using these, using this hose to breathe underwater.
Excellent.
So, so they go.
The one that gets killed by the best character in the episode.
Crab.
The crab.
It's the crab. The crab is the best character. Sonic goes down and tries to find the Chaos Emerald. Crab says, "Fuck you, hedgehog." Cuts the hose.
He almost drowns. Then they have to go with a new plan, which is a diving bell, which is just a regular like church bell that somehow is not full of water when Sonic walks around on the bottom of the ocean.
I completely forgot about that. Yeah.
Yeah,
they just do that.
That broke my brain because they said diving bell, so I was like, all right, maybe it's a real thing. I'll look it up real quick. Maybe there's like a like weird phenomenon with giant bells that lets you breathe underwater or some shit. So I type up diving bell, and no, it's basically a mini sub.
Yeah.
So
It
fuck
requires
me,
a
I
lot of
guess.
pulleys. It requires like an independent oxygen source.
Wait, you're telling me if I had a bubble of air inside a bell as I went underwater, it would not give me unlimited oxygen?
Yes.
Sorry, Lincoln.
Bro, I don't know. I watch YouTube, man. I don't know about that.
I watch YouTube. I don't know about that, man.
It requires weights and pulleys, outside air sources,
A very
another person
complicated thing.
just carrying it outside with like a diving helmet to pull it along. And it doesn't work because then when he trips, he accidentally falls forward and the bell like drops down on him and he's trapped under it.
Also can't see.
Yeah, that too. That's why he trips.
Yeah. We cut to Eggman, who's Eggman and his robots is not Orbot and Cubot fighting underwater.
Boko and Deco are its names. Their names.
What are their names?
Boko and Deco.
I don't care.
How dare you?
Anyway, so they start fixing the ship, and the ship is now fixed.
Yes.
And he sends Cookie Jew.
Before you continue, I
Yes.
just want to point out the government managed to lose Eggman's entire ship.
Yes, they looked for they did a quote unquote search, didn't even try to look for him, and then they fucked off.
So yeah.
Sorry, I forgot about that part. I thought that was assumed that the government is retarded.
Well, it is, but it's just beautiful when you have to like when you say it out loud. It's just like wow, that they
Yeah.
saw it get destroyed. They were there, and somehow Eggman escaped with the destroyed ship and just repaired it.
I'll try to point it out when it's there. I'm sorry, guys.
I just find it funny because it's extra funny because in most of these shows they get captured and they have to break out, right? Like that's the cycle.
Yeah.
They were just too lazy for that.
They
They didn't
didn't
even bother.
try to like kidnap him.
Yeah, they're not even stuck in this new location without any
Yeah.
explanation.
That was weird how that rhymed.
Explanation, the government's retarded.
Strange.
No
Yeah.
time for relaxation.
Yeah, because then they fix the ship and it goes in the air.
Yes.
Don't blink, just come.
So Eggman
Okay,
sends Cookie Jew to go get Sonic, but when he goes to see them, everyone's already diving underwater looking for the Chaos Emerald.
Yes.
So the confused robot goes back to Eggman, shows him the video, and then it blows up in his face.
He's a simple man. He was given a hammer. He looks at everything as if everything's nails. You see.
Yes.
Absolutely. So we cut back to the gang, and they get their new scuba gear, which we learn they were able to buy because of the Sonic budget.
Yes.
Yes.
Folks, we love the Sonic budget.
The fucking Sonic budget.
I hope that's a payroll tax expenditure, personally.
God forbid they cut it from the military.
Damn.
I like watching, I like watching tentacle porn.
Good.
Don't we all?
Okay. Good. Weird sidebar, but yes, we all agree.
Well, just talking about one of my notes. Sonic is getting raped by robot tentacles.
Oh, you're talking about the show. Okay.
That's later, but yes. They go to find the emerald, and they find it under like this treasure, like this sunken ship with a shit ton of treasure. And guess who has the fucking emerald?
The crab.
That fucking crab. Best character of the episode.
Yes.
Yes.
So Sonic has an epic 5-minute battle with the crab in order to get the Chaos Emerald back. And I'm fucking with you. He just takes it because the crab doesn't deserve. The crab is underappreciated in this show.
Yes.
Pissed. I wanted a 3-episode anime battle.
The crab was actually removed from future episodes when he tried to unionize.
Yes.
Trying to unionize.
It's very tragic.
So once they get the emerald, that's when we cut to the tentacle rape with this giant jellyfish robot.
You missed another good line though.
Oh, I apologize. What I miss?
When they find the treasure that the crab is hanging out in, Amy is a dumb woman, so her immediate first thought is, you could make a lot of jewelry with this.
I could make a lot of jewelry with all these gold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did write Amy was woman again in the same episode.
Yes. This is a 2-for-1. Amy is a woman.
For one
episode.
sexist remark on Amy.
Yes.
I want to have
Women-
babies.
Women just see things as Etsy shop ideas. That's just a
Etsy
fact.
shop ideas.
I like being pretty and having babies.
There you go.
We also get another 2-for-1, a 2 in a row in this case. Uncle Sam shows back. He's here, and he's cool with Sonic now. They're just friends, I guess. He has no ill will towards being out fucking ran, at least until the plot needs him to be at a later date.
Yes, to be a whole episodes, yes.
Yes.
Anthony, you got anything else good going on there?
Let's find out.
Let's find out.
I've been trying to look for it for years.
Oh yeah, well that one dude.
Treasure boy.
Here's a treasure boy.
You're making me look bad. A kid found it, but an adult man can't find it?
Was he upset that a child found it?
Maybe.
No, but he should have
Yeah,
been.
I don't
No.
think he should have. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I probably those were his thoughts.
Oh, okay. Good.
Kid, you make me look bad.
All right, welcome back, David.
I'm back.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. I had a panic. I had an inner crisis of faith.
Good.
Welcome, Fat.
You want to read the rest off your notes, Bucko?
All I have is that Sonic tries to fight the jellyfish and he struggles, and Sam's back with a vengeance.
Hell yeah. What'd Sam do with vengeance?
I can't remember.
Oh.
I watched
Even though you rewatched it. Oh man. What about you, Jake?
Yes, I have all of the notes. I have a manifesto.
Well, I meant like on that particular issue, do you remember what Chris coming back with a vengeance would be?
No.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay. Well, fuck you, David.
Yeah, I know. I that's why I try to watch the episode today. But these episodes, this particular strain of episodes, just fucking drained me.
My final note is upbeat music.
I feel like that's accurate, yeah. Just well, what's the episode end? They just get the emerald?
Yes,
Yeah.
and they
Okay.
laugh and they enjoy themselves. They have sex.
Yes. In the ocean.
It's exactly what
ocean.
happened in the episode. You guys should watch it. It's on Netflix.
Yeah, you don't need us.
Yeah, the art's right there.
Yeah,
Experience it.
it really happened. They really had sex.
All right, episode 17. Everyone's custom name for this episode is gonna be great.
Yes. Episode 17, Knuckles, Fist of Fury, or The Adventures of Knuckles and Hawk in Oriental City. Or let's do the names first. What's everyone's names?
I wrote down Chinese music in the brackets you see in subtitles.
Yes, that's also my name for it.
Big Trouble in Little Emerald.
All right.
Good.
What do you have, Anthony? Something racist, I hope.
Well, the first line, of course, is Hawk is Fat Boy.
No, we're talking titles.
No, that is
Ahead
a
of
title.
yourself. All right, we'll
I don't
find.
think he has a title.
We falsely advertised here.
Let's see. I did not come up with the title.
I like the idea that the title is Hawk is Fat.
That works. In Oriental City, Knuckles searches for and reunites with a treasure hunter known as Hawk. The two get out of the dungeon, which they completely blow by them even going into the dungeon, ride the pedicab, and go to the Red Chaos Emerald's hiding place. That is where they're met with the pedicab driver from earlier, who turns out to be a female ninja robot, Kunoichi. Eggman sent in. Knuckles begins his heroic battle revolving around the Chaos Emerald against the female ninja robot. This episode's Japanese title is a reference to the 1972 Hong Kong martial arts film with the same name.
Beautiful.
Fist of Fury.
I like the Japanese name for the Lady Ninja, because we just get E91 Lady Ninja.
Well, Kunoichi is the name of a female ninja. That's not the specific name. That's just what
okay.
it says.
Bad.
Yeah. Yeah, we get E91, whatever the fuck. Bitch. Whore. Cunt. Yeah, Knuckles is coded gay with Hawk.
Yes. Yes.
They are
Absolutely.
the ship in this series, and I will not let you slander it.
Weirdly friendly with older man, codenamed Hawk.
So, like I said, they really gloss over the them going into the dungeon. Because there's like a whole 5 minutes of Knuckles going around Oriental City asking for Hawk. This is after we get a flashback showing who Hawk is. Goes into like a noodle shop, gets into a fight, and then is tricked by a fat Asian man into going into the dungeon where Hawk is.
I was just gonna write. I wrote the noodle shop. I wrote McDonald's in China is super cool and epic.
Yeah, no. They I was about to get to that my nitpickiness. When Knuckles gets in, there's like free hamburger or fries like little things on the menu thing, and I'm like, I hope that they didn't edit those in because that'd be even funnier.
It's accurate to Chinese restaurants, just like, oh yeah, random Western food if you don't like our Chinese food.
Yeah.
Or inferior food.
So yeah, like Jake. So like Jake said, this mob boss shows up, tricks Knuckles into getting kidnapped, like the dumbass that he is, and he runs into Hawk in the jail.
Yes. They seem very vague on why Hawk was in there, besides the fact that these people wanted the emerald. There's like a whole story that we're not getting. Very interesting.
I like to imagine Hawk is an accidental like mass murderer or something.
Accidental mass murderer?
Well, I mean, you see him. He's no threat to anyone but himself.
Yeah.
So that's my guess. I did write down that Hawk is fat and will not share food. So yeah, that's all you need to know.
I'll share my dough with you, but I won't share my food.
And he turns around and goes, "Oh, it's you."
Boyfriend. Boyfriend, son.
Exactly. So Knuckles then goes on a monologue about how much he loves guarding the Emerald and how, he explains basically the premise of the show. Sonic is an idiot and got us all stuck here, and I just want to go home. And Hawk is like, "Wow, you're so hot. I mean, cool."
I mean, Hawk is impressed by the ways Knuckles describes how he protects the Emerald, which is by staring at bad weather. Because when he talks about protecting the Emerald, all we see is bad weather and him staring out into it.
Yes.
And him doing like the T pose, like the T protective pose.
He's so stoic and cool.
Yeah. So, which is a great question for the series to begin with. What does he protect it from, and has he ever succeeded at protecting it ever?
I'm gonna say nothing. And if your thing is you're protecting something and it never gets threatened at all, there's a good philosophical question there is, did you fail or did you succeed?
Well, here's the thing. It does get attacked, but the only times we ever see it get attacked, he fails.
I guess.
We see that in the show, though.
In the show, no. In the show,
games, it gets attacked like, I don't know, twice.
Yeah. Well, this is a different canon.
It's a weird question.
Exactly.
You're right.
So I'm assuming that.
Yeah, in this canon, nothing. Yeah, he's just been protecting it for who knows how long.
Yes. Which that's the question: is that a success or a failure?
I don't know.
It's a deep question.
Yeah.
Deep thoughts.
Get the Sonic expanded universe.
Yeah.
If you try to do nothing and succeed, is that a failure or a success? Only God knows.
Knuckles is smarter in this episode than he ever is ever.
Oh yeah. They have like a wire, like a mic set up in the prison. Knuckles is
very obvious.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's insanely obvious.
It's just a plain wall with a little dot on it.
Little red circle with a microphone in it.
In case you couldn't notice that, like, there was already a fucking microphone thing there. Oh, it's red. The color that basically means, hey, look over here. Color.
Yeah, basically. So he distracts them by screaming really loud into the microphone.
Well, no, he whispers so they turn it up. He's a very crafty boy.
He's like whispering about how the food here is great and whatnot. So, and in the last minute, he screams and then punches the wall while they're all like disoriented.
Yeah.
And then they run. And then that's it.
Yeah, it's beautiful. It's the best thing he's ever done in Will Durant show.
Beautiful.
Yes.
And then I guess Rouge is following now too.
Yes. She wants to
yes,
fuck everybody.
She's unknowingly in this episode only in the fact that there's a hint of relationship between the two is the only reason I can think of why she's here.
She has to be there because Knuckles is there. It's
because
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Here because she's a thief.
Well, like, I'm saying.
Well, I mean, that's the canon reason, but like, if that's the logic, where's everyone else?
I'm saying unrelated to them being an item. Just like even if you don't read it as there being any sort of them being shipped, it's like, oh, yep, here's Knuckles. So Rouge has to be around because of the games.
Yes.
That's it. Jake's absolutely correct on that one. So they go to so Hawk shows him where the emerald is, and he's labeled it in the subway. I can't decide if that's a good or bad idea. I'm leaning slightly more towards bad idea.
I'm gonna say good because he doesn't like explicitly say this is where the emerald is. It's like a face, and then it's like here it is.
And here it is, yeah.
So you would only know that is the Chaos Emerald if you know to look for the Chaos Emerald, and you know that Hawk has it, which is going to be a very small amount of people.
Yeah, it's all right. I'm convinced. Hawk is also smart. This is starting to become one of my favorite episodes now. Damn it.
Oh, man. It's all because it's Kung Fu. Kung Fu.
I'm going to go with David's racist, yeah.
Yeah.
No,
David, you're your Orientalist. You just want to fuck the lady ninja.
Yeah, which I'm convinced that Eggman knows Knuckles' weakness, because that's the only reason he sends out the lady ninja.
Eggman definitely fucks that when it's not out on mission.
Well, yeah, but he picked it distinctively because he thought Knuckles would be distracted.
Oh yeah, I know that, but that's like that's what I'm saying is he fucks it. That's all he does with it when it's not being used for this one specific thing.
I don't know, Jake. I feel like that's obviously a little rude for Eggman. Our good boy here.
Not Eggman.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. So we get to that. They get the emerald. Eggman just apparently shows up. Like it looks like he shows up. And he shows this robot named E91 in the English stuff. She's called Lady Ninja. And yeah, she's got tits for some reason, even though she's a robot. Days.
Boom,
like
boom.
we're talking like almost rivaling Rouge here, almost.
That's where
I measured the
power
pixels.
source.
I measured. There are
her power source.
Her batteries.
She has 2 emeralds for breasts.
Yes.
Genius. And Knuckles goes back to being a dumbass because he tries to fight this robot.
Yeah, he could just ran, I guess.
And she just absolutely like wrecks his shit. I just can't exactly remember how. Oh no, because he punches the wall and the fucking thing collapses, right?
Yes.
Yes,
and he finds the Diggy gloves.
Well, yeah. Knuckles' power-up from Sonic Adventure 1 and 2 is just a known artifact in this world, or he got teleported as well. They do not.
No, it's an artifact. Hawk explains it.
Yeah, they say it's an artifact, but they don't explain if it got teleported or if it was just.
They said Hawk said that he found it in that temple that he met Knuckles in.
Oh, okay. Well, we also don't know if that was just teleported or not. So I guess
maybe.
we
Who
can
knows?
assume.
I think my theory is starting to stand on get some ground here. This is Mobius in the future.
Hell yeah, dude.
The distant future. But yeah, he's like shovel gloves or whatever the fuck they're called.
I like are they made of vibranium, David? Is that why there's no wear to them?
I have no idea. Video game on.
How dare you poke holes in my theory?
My game theory. Thanks for watching.
I have no idea. But they said they're an old relic, so they found this place. So echidnas must have existed in this world too, at least.
Of course, they exist in this world, David. They exist in our world.
Shut up, Jake.
They're real animals, David. I know what you meant. You meant that.
I'm gonna YouTube Knuckles in real life, and you'll be sorry.
Oh,
You meant that you wish that it was socially acceptable for you to stroke a four-headed penis.
Yes.
Oh.
So, I don't know why this happens, but I wrote it down. Rouge uses a fucking playing card as a weapon, like Seto Kaiba.
I'm about to get to that. Hawk gets kidnapped after they
Draw
find
your
the
last
emerald.
pathetic card, Knuckles. My deck has no pathetic cards, Rouge.
Beautiful.
His hand is just nothing but Chaos Emeralds.
Yes.
Yeah, the robot, the ninja robot, kidnaps Hawk, so Knuckles has got to go save him.
Yes.
He's about to exchange for the emerald because
He's getting the princess in distress.
yes. So Knuckles goes and he's gonna exchange the emerald because Hawk is just such a good friend of his now.
Yeah.
I
mean, this
They
is
are dating.
this.
They're canon relationship. Fact.
Yeah, this episode shows how much better of a character Knuckles is than Sonic, because Sonic would never do that for Chris.
he wouldn't.
he would just keep the Chaos Emerald and just like half chance try to
Knuckles
save him
like,
by
I gotta
himself.
save him. Sonic's like, why? Because he's my friend. So,
He'll be fine.
fuck him.
He'll always work out.
That's when Rouge pulls a Kaiba and just throws one of her like calling cards.
Yeah, that's right. That's the only reason she fucking has them. They're calling cards.
And they have another fight, and they start having a chase scene. Hawk is like up against a wall in like the back of this alley. And the ninja's like, I'm fucking catching up to you. That's when Knuckles runs in. He's like, I'm gonna kick your ass. They have a really, really bad fight scene where Knuckles almost loses.
Yes.
Until fucking Hawk grabs a random ass water bucket that's just in the fucking room. It's like Chekhov's water bucket or some shit.
Yes,
Throws
it's
it
in
on-
the alleyway. It's what's used for putting out fires.
Yeah, okay.
Because they
Just
live in poor land.
Fucking throws it on the robot and it just disables the robot entirely. So by that logic, if it just rained, that robot would be fucked.
Yeah, not even slightly waterproof in any
Not
way.
even remotely, which is really dumb because it's a combat robot.
Yes.
And it's not like Eggman isn't like, it's not like he's never made a waterproof robot.
Well, see, you might not know this, but if you're getting hunted by the U.S. government and they send drones out at you, just get a squirt bottle, you'll be fine.
Yeah. And hey, it's really weird because you'd think if he's fucking this thing, he would want to be waterproof because when his sweat and semen gets on it.
Well, see, that's the thing you don't know about Eggman. He doesn't have either of those things.
Damn, is it all just egg yolk?
It's all egg yolk.
Oh, yeah.
That's why they call him Eggman.
So gross.
So Anthony, you've been awfully quiet, and I've noticed you have some interesting notes here.
Which ones are interesting to you?
Oh,
Well,
what do you think?
Which ones do you think are interesting?
Knuckles and Hawk is gayer with him now.
That's a sentence.
Knuckles and Hawk is gayer with him now.
Which scene was that?
Why is gayer Hawk and Knuckles with?
I don't know. I don't even remember.
Like Rouge arrives. Knuckles will fuck Rouge someday.
Robots
Is this like is this your dream? Is this your dream journal, Anthony?
No, it's just what Knuckles really wants.
Yeah.
What's robots to rule the world, huh? Where'd you get that idea?
Eggman, of course.
Okay.
Smegman.
Sure.
Okay, so your last note correlates with mine here, because I'm not sure what I was talking about, but I wrote Knuckles can take Chaos Emerald like a drug.
Oh, that's
And
because he
you wrote-
looks at it and he fucking has a drug trip.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's
This
right.
is the Tikal appearance. First appearance of Tikal.
Oh, okay, because yeah, Anthony
fact,
wrote
theory.
Knuckles is hooked on the Chaos Emerald.
Mm. Like they had like him and Knuckles and Hawks have their goodbyes. They're like, we're best friends. Maybe you could visit me one day. Stuff that they say in every Pokemon episode.
Yes.
Oh, sorry, I meant totally different. It's a totally different show.
It's totally different, yeah.
Knuckles
We got a really
leaves,
good
and
show.
that's when the Emerald starts talking to him, and it's pretty sure it's Tikal.
Yeah, it's supposed to be.
Okay.
Yes, because
And
in a
that's the
later
ep-
episode, it is confirmed in the subtitles.
That's basically it for episode 17.
For your notes, maybe. Queer.
I mean, go for it, bud.
For it. You got anything else?
I will go for it. We have the Rouge personal jazz band that accompanies her in literally every scene.
Yeah.
They need to be actual characters. They should be actual robot characters
They-
that follow her around.
They should.
Yeah, that would be great. Just tiny,
When-
like 2 or 3, like a
When
tiny
Knuckles,
robot,
there you go.
like a tiny robot with a saxophone.
That'd be pretty cool. Like Cookie Jew sized.
Yeah.
Speaking of Cookie Jew, he's in this episode, and Eggman basically threatens Knuckles with like, if you try anything, Cookie Jew knows Kung Fu now.
Yeah, he fucking like karate chops like randomly.
The air. He doesn't
Flies up in the
karate
air.
chop. I watched the episode today. He most notably just does punches and kicks, but he says karate chop while he's
I was
doing
gonna say, he does
moves that
one-
aren't karate chops.
Does odd
Karate
chop, flies in the air, does punches and kicks, and goes, yeah, karate chop.
Yes, all while not doing karate chops. Very important to note.
Very important. Good. This is a good dub.
When Knuckles gets the shovel claws, he finds them by just punching shit in Hawk's hideout for no reason, like an asshole. Just destroying shit. And the way that the robot, the ninja robot, gets the emerald from Hawk before the water splash incident is by doing shadow clone jutsu, hiding in the shadow, sneaking up behind Hawk to take it, and then putting it in her bra, which is the most
Right.
realistic thing because she is a
Put it
woman.
in her weird ass robot bra.
Yes.
So fucking weird.
And that was it, except for Hawk cries when Knuckles leaves because they are gay lovers.
They're such good friends.
Yes. Sappho and her gal pals, we love them. And now onto the final episode of the night,
Entire series.
the entire series.
If this was
Finally.
the last episode of this series, I would be happy and
would be
furious.
I would be so
Because no
happy.
more of
I would
this.
be so happy.
Furious because this episode's terrible.
Episode 18, huge shootout on the savannah, or the damn scam, or as I have called it, speak of the devil. Or sorry, speak of the
Mhm.
daredevil. I didn't have a good. There wasn't a good pun for this one.
Really
What does everybody
wasn't.
else have?
The only thing I could think of is like Russian shenanigan.
It's not bad. Lincoln, Anthony,
Oh yeah, I wrote down Speak of the Daredevil as well.
excellent.
Stop monkeying around.
That's pretty
It's not
good.
bad. It's not
Not
bad. I like that.
Tails and Chris meet the two men who are building a dam right in the middle of the savannah and question the pointlessness of its construction. They ask for the construction to be stopped, but the men ignore them. After that, Tails and Chris start a protest march in the city while accompanied by the animals. The men oppose them in order to carry out the construction by all possible means. Then Eggman's robots arrive, find Sonic, and a fight ensues, with the men getting caught up in the mayhem as well. So,
Totally normal turn we took here.
yes.
Sad part is that you completely summarized the entire episode so well.
But so much shit happens.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like
Like,
in the
what you
broad
said was
strokes, that is
absolutely
literally
correct.
all that happened. But yes. So
Yeah.
this episode starts in the middle of just a different, unrelated Eggman fight, which ends instantly, so that way we can have the crew in the African savannah.
I thought
Yeah,
they were in
I-
the middle of a vacation again and they got ambushed.
I wrote down Sonic is sick of this shit too, so he eats his Popeye spinach immediately to just get it over with.
Yes.
His ring. He just immediately goes ring.
Yeah, I remember now. They call it the air safari. That's right.
Once the
And Tails has a real humdinger of a line here that I fucking love.
oh wow, a humdinger. Normally you have to pay a Thai prostitute for that, David.
I know. Very, very primo shit this show gives me. He goes, "Wow, the wildlife is wild."
Wow, that line really packed a wallop.
Yeah, real.
So, when the fight is over, we have Chris just hanging out, offering to help Tails repair the X-Tornado with him. The Tails basically blows him off because, it's unspoken, but Chris is useless. It's we all know this as casual viewers of the show that Chris is worthless, but this is the first time it really sort of comes out into the plot how useless Chris is as far as all this shit goes.
It's the first time he's blown off by someone other than Sonic.
Yes, Tails, who is the normal bitch boy, is just like even too cool for Chris. You can go take a nap, Chris. I don't fucking need you for anything.
He did say that. He did say he can take a nap. Instead, they just talk.
They talk. Chris does like a mildly insensitive thing where he's just like, "Oh, I'm real interested in zoology. Dad and Grandpa want me to get into like building shit like you, but I'm more interested in animals, especially seeing you and Sonic in the gang." And then he just has a realization that sounds kind of racist. He's like, "Not that I just think you're animals or anything." And then Tails just immediately is like, "There, I fixed it." Like he wasn't
like
subject change.
We ignore Chris.
You just hear Chris as he says that he fixed it. You just hear him mumble, "Creatures' lives matter" or something stupid.
There is one part that you missed, Jake, or maybe you didn't, and it comes right after he says that. Tails reminisces about how him and Sonic met.
Afterwards.
You're right. Good.
So, after this happens, they go to they see where the dam construction is happening. They see that these Russian men are just building this dam. They also notice that there's just a line of animals all standing still, looking at the construction happening and being sad. When Tails finds out what's happening and that their home is being displaced, he gets angry and like yells at them and calls them losers and said they deserve to lose their home. And that's where you get that flashback where he explains to Chris he's so sensitive about it because the animal people in his jungle homeworld on Mobius would just like bully him and smash his electronics. And then Sonic only becomes his friend after he realizes that he's useful and autistic when it comes to machines.
Well, he has a fucking plane for some reason, right?
Sonic has a plane that he doesn't need because he runs fast. Tails finds it, immediately starts not only upgrading it, but painting it blue.
Yeah. Like a simp.
Like a simp.
Yeah.
Tails is a tech bro who likes Silicon Valley is my point. He basically has Movie Bob's origin story.
He openly admits at some point in this episode, I think it was either before or right during this, that although he misses his home, he kind of low-key wants to start a tech company.
Yes, in Station Square.
And though he wants to go home, Mobius.
I want to be Elon Musk.
I want to be Elon Musk, Chris.
This place feels like home, and Mr. Chopin, I'll do anything.
That's definitely the message I got.
So that's after they have all that rant. That's when Eggman shows up with his
Chimpbot
robot.
Yeah, Chimpbot, Titty Chimp, which it bangs on its own chest, but the little tits on the front of the chest are also the cockpits for the two other robots. Which pissed me off to no end when I first saw that because they had to build it like that and then program it like that. This is a very obvious design mistake that they could have ignored.
Like, what if he just like randomly like hit so hard on it that it would smash and just punch one of the robots right in the face?
He does that. That's how it basically destroys itself in the end of the episode. It's foreshadowed. So we see this while this is happening, while we just get the thing where, oh yeah, Eggman's still around, still has robots. Sonic has a race with a cheetah that has like a weird cartoon face.
Yeah, it does.
The cheetah's got like, he looks like he was like animated in like
He looks like he belongs in Kimba the White Lion.
He looks like he was animated by Japanese animators in like the 40s.
I'm gonna find it so we can post that. I think that should be the thumbnal for this.
Thumbnail? Yeah, I agree. That's pretty
cheetah?
good.
Yeah, the cheetah. I'm gonna pull it up while we're talking here.
While you do that, I just want to bring up, I missed my note here on, I think Tails only wants to do tech bro shit here because you think the people are more naive.
Oh, yeah, they are.
That's the only reason I can think of doing it here instead of at home.
Are you kidding? This place has a government, and it's a bad one. Mobius doesn't have a government, so this is perfect.
Back at home, our people are so smart that they don't have a government.
They're so stupid.
They're just so Mobius has just confirmed a complete anarchy.
Yes.
Anarchy.
Yes. Late stage animal butt sex anarchy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Furrydom anarchy.
These degenerate furries need capitalism.
And then I also wrote, and this probably goes with the cheetah, Sonic just loves the savannah because running is so freaking epic.
Yeah, that was, he's doing that and then he encounters the cheetah.
Yes.
Alright, I'm getting the image.
Anthony, you got any hot take notes here?
Of course I do.
Of course you do.
So let's see. You're the best, Tails. Chris, I want to learn about animals. Fuck machines.
I read that sentence differently on your notes, Anthony. I read it as, Chris, I want to learn about animal fuck machines.
Like you and Sonic. You're posting it in the general. This is the cheetah face.
And then
oh hell yeah.
And then I talk about the monkey pun, and then I make a pun myself. Well, Sheeta seen Sonic hold up that cheetah.
Nice.
It was very stretched.
There was an attempt.
You made an attempt.
But yeah,
I joked that because he lifts up the cheetah and then just starts running like really fast with him, that the cheetah's skin just gets shorn off its body, and then it catches fire and it's just reduced to ashes by the time Sonic stops.
So then we get to after Tails explains his whole backstory and how he wants to help the animals. He convinces all the animals to go back to Station Square, like you said in the description.
Yeah.
And they convince everyone to throw a big old protest, right?
Yes.
Yes.
This is when the Captain Planet plan shows up, which is honestly, it's honestly brilliant. Now that I've rewatched it,
yes.
They're using real science here. They want to burn down the rainforest, so that way the smoke will rise up, cause the precipitation, the rains that happen. When that happens, without the trees and such to absorb all the moisture, the area will flood, and then people will want them to build the dam because they will then need it.
That's real science?
That's real science.
Thank you. Okay.
I mean, it's technically real science. I don't know if it would work perfectly.
It probably wouldn't work as fast as they would have wanted. They would want to wait for a big torrential rain.
Definitely a long con.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Okay, thank you. Thank you for clearing that up for me.
There's also no guarantee of how much rainforest they would have to clear out, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah.
It's not even like a rainforest. It's like a almost like a savanna with trees.
It is, yeah. It's a savanna. It's near enough towards the city that people can mobilize to it. I was disappointed we didn't see some Africans, because we see the savannah at the beginning, and they're very vague as to where specifically this is supposed to be. Are they just in Africa? Am I going to see Sonic X's depiction of Africans?
I feel like there was 2 people on the show that knew that would be a train wreck, so they did everything they could to prevent it from happening.
They had
without explaining why.
They had to allow Ella and Tanaka to be voiced the way they are as a compromise.
Yes. There's a compromise, yeah. In every show, there's a racist compromise. That's just a known fact. But I mean, it does. I think that explains why the bad guys are Russian foreigners. Besides,
they're
lib propaganda.
They're an awkward levels of Russian accent going on.
Yeah.
It's really weird.
It's just bad Russian accents.
It's the early 2000s, so kids can still think Russia is bad, I guess, but
yes,
still very strange. And while they're talking about their evil plan, their evil long con of their dam, Eggman shows up, and it turns out his giant ape robot has camouflage, which is actually kind of cool.
Yeah.
It gets ruined later, and we'll get to that later.
No reason.
We'll get to that later. Why it's ruined.
I wouldn't say. I know what you're talking about. I wouldn't say it's ruined, but we'll address that.
It's dumb. It's extremely dumb in my opinion. But anyway, so the apes begins to fight Sonic because Sonic's there because he's Mary Poppins.
Yeah.
And he pulls probably one of the most anime things in this show so far. You can't see the robot. He closes his eyes and focuses really, really hard. He has to feel and hear ape. He uses his vision. So the screen goes black to show Sonic in the middle, and he closes his eyes really with slow frame.
Yeah.
He's like, I gotta feel it. Yeah. My notes, I say it's like the Force.
Also, Sonic can be hurt only when it's convenient, because monkey robot punching him at normal speed hurts him, but like he can get smashed by fucking Mach 5 jet pterodactyl robot and just be like, oof, owie, minor boo boo.
He hits the robot, and they have the fight, and they all scramble apart, and Chris and Tails just assume, because the Russian guys went away, that they won.
Yes.
And that really made me mad, because clearly no. What the fuck?
You're missing the part where when the Russian people first encounter Eggman, Eggman introduced himself rather cordially, and they sort of insult him. They call him a creepy weirdo.
Yes.
And then sort of crazy weirdo. And I wrote crazy weirdo specifically because upon hearing them call him crazy weirdo, his retort is to, okay, I'm going to use my little egg floating thing to shoot a laser beam at you that cuts trees in half.
Yes.
Which is perfect. Called a crazy weirdo.
It's perfect because imagine you see a stranger who just looks weird in a flying machine. You call him a crazy weirdo, and he's like, "Oh yeah, would a crazy weirdo do this?" And he just fires a laser beam at you and nearly kills you.
Yes.
Like, oh yeah, sorry, you really changed my mind, Eggman.
You're a very sane and rational person.
Well, yeah, I mean, he is the hero of this episode, though. He's the first eco-terrorist.
That's right.
Yeah. So we're about
win for life.
So while the dumbasses are talking about how they saved the day, that's when Sonic, the Russians, and Eggman show up. I can't remember the exact order of it all.
Doesn't matter. They all convene.
Yes, they all convene there.
Let's make a monkey out of Sonic.
That the guy who makes machines and lives around machines and has metal everywhere makes a camo robot that cannot camo over machines and walls.
David, it's not that he can't make it like that. It's that he didn't think to make it like that. And the reason he didn't think to make it like that is because this robot is specifically designed to camouflage in jungle environments. He didn't anticipate that there would be ongoing dam construction here. He didn't anticipate the destruction of the natural world.
Really dumb.
Well,
because that
I guess my counter to that, Jake, is what did he expect? What was the end goal for this robot at the beginning?
Run through the forest beating the shit out of Sonic, which did happen until he ran away and specifically led the robot back to
Sonic,
the quarry.
This is a very specific and very untimely, every once in a while use robot when he could just have it.
It's much less specific than the teacher robot that he also had.
That's fair. That's a fair point. That robot's dumb too.
Yes.
No, I disagree. That robot's great.
Well, it's great, but also it's very specific. Is the point?
Yes.
At least with the teacher robot, it had a purpose. It made its design made sense for its purpose.
Yeah.
It's propagandizing.
Right? The combat robot, I would want to be. I would want it to be useful in most areas of combat, given its role. I guess I don't know.
I'll say this: the teacher robot is only useful for that one specific context of brainwashing children into loving you.
Yes.
The ape robot, it said that it can camouflage really any natural environment, like rock, fucking grass, tree, anything. The only exception is the metal. So even though it wouldn't be thematically appropriate outside of this jungle savanna setting, theoretically it would still be useful in any other natural setting. You could put it in the Arctic, you could put it in the mountains.
That's a fair point.
Right.
I'll concede to that. So after while they're fighting, the whole fucking dam, quote unquote, which I don't know what a modern dam really looks like, but it looked like a generic factory to me. To tell you the truth.
Yeah.
Well, that was how they're gonna.
They weren't done yet, so they weren't done yet. So I don't know. I don't know dam making. I'm going to admit that.
That's one of my blind spots as a person, not knowing how to make dams.
How to make dams.
I missed
I'm
that
not a
part of
beaver.
school.
I'm sorry. I'm a cat, not a beaver. I'm not big the beaver. Should be, but I'm not.
Dave.
They fight. So when they're fighting, they're destroying this construction site, and the Russians are just like comedy villains at this point.
Yes.
And they're just like, oh no, what the fuck? And the fight ends with, of course, them giving Sonic a ring. The second time in this episode, destroying the fucking robot, and Eggman is standing survives the explosion. He stands before Sonic, and what does he do? Challenges him to a fight one-on-one.
Yes.
Like, that's it, Sonic. You and me, one-on-one. This is gonna end well.
Let this be our final battle.
You're missing an important point, David. Eggman was operating the monkey robot, and then he didn't. He left it, but the monkey robot was still going.
Yeah.
This monkey robot was sentient.
It could have controlled itself the whole time, which means it also didn't need the tit-mounted fucking cockpits.
Maybe it's got like better control otherwise. Or maybe he wanted to personally see the job done. I don't know. But that is a good thing.
I like to think he did it just so he could force his two robot assistants in there and fuck with them.
Yeah.
Tortured and possibly get murdered.
Yes.
Yes. To trick Sonic into killing one of his sentient robots. Yes.
Okay.
You're the real monster, Sonic.
Yeah, you killed the robot, you monster.
Yes.
So after Sonic beats of Eggman off screen, like immediate screen cut, he runs away, and Cookie Juice shows up and shows a little screen.
Yeah.
This little screen, and it's Eggman going, oh, yeah, you kicked my ass, but I'm still the big boy in the schoolyard. And to prove that I'm the big boy in the schoolyard, I'm gonna make the fat Cookie Juice boy do the truffle shuffle.
I thought he was apologizing.
He
apologizing to Sonic. No hard feelings.
Makes the robot do a tap dance.
And he does. It's basically just him waddling back and forth with an embarrassed look on his face.
Like tap, 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 tap.
It's pretty good, though.
He's like, I'm so embarrassed, and he fucks off, and then they all celebrate. That's the end of the episode. Captain Planet.
That episode could just not have existed at all.
Oh yeah,
no. That episode needed to exist.
Why
did it?
How else would children know that environmentalism is good and Russia is bad?
I honestly don't know if environmentalism was good. Was the message here? Like, because they didn't improve anything that was already broken. They just prevented the Russians from making it worse.
No, I think that counts.
I think that counts too.
They would have destroyed the environment with their plan to burn down the trees.
It's the same kind of.
I mean, I'm aware of that, but I'm just saying they just stopped the Russians from doing something bad.
The environment could have been ruined. Like, they were gonna do like gas fires and shit.
You're not getting the point that I'm laying down here, but that's okay.
I'm saying that it's framed as a bad thing at all. I think is the environmentalism.
I mean, they're stealing land regardless.
No, they bought
whether
the land.
or not. Oh, okay.
They technically bought it, yeah.
I'm pretty sure they bought it off of misguided means or something, but
I can't remember how they bought it. All I know is that they bought it, and that's it.
Yeah, they own it because they can kick the people off of it. They can threaten.
I just feel like the fact it's a foreign bad Russia makes it the meaning a lot less potent in any way.
I can see that though. Although I do think they did have a weird contrived environmental message.
It's
is
a
worse.
weird lib environmentalism where it's like, yeah, the environment is cool, we need to defend it, but it's all these evil foreigners doing the bad thing. We're responsible. We're America.
Yeah. It's Captain Planet level here.
Yes.
At least Captain Planet had some Americans who were shitty.
It did.
That sometimes went the other way around with it, and they would like. I remember there's one episode of Captain Planet where they actually defend like the CCP's only one child policy.
Yeah, guys, problem. My Audacity stopped recording.
That's because you're queer, David.
Fuck me.
Well,
I will now that you're queer. Now that we've established that.
No one will hear your screams now that it's not recording.
But, behind you.
Anthony, you got any points about this great episode about deep things like environmentalism and good deep long cons?
Well, let's see. You're just as noisy as an elephant. Elephants are alive like men.
Yes.
Tail, animal revolution idea. Revolution.
Yes.
Yes.
Tails reminiscing his bully time and how he thinks Sonic is cool.
Anthony, I'm reading one note here. Personal hug activated?
If I had to take a guess, it's the monkey. It looked like he was trying to hug Sonic, so personal hug activated.
Okay.
I love activating my personal hug.
Good hug. Is my audio going to be all right, guys?
Yeah, it'll probably be fine.
All robots are sentient, right? So he has to activate his personal hug mode.
I see, yeah. Like, before it dies, it just hugs a tree.
I don't want to die, mommy.
Let's see, and then, hurry! Let that blue hedgehog handle them while we start fire.
Are they Native American now? Is that...
I meant to do a Russian voice, and I
blue
failed.
hedgehog defeat
That's your Russian voice?
Man.
Stop
fire.
I slipped up, okay?
I messed up, okay?
At least you're on
right,
it. I appreciate that.
Eggman beams Russians, makes a monkey out of Sonic, and then he's a hero.
Yes.
Well, yeah, here's the thing, right? So you wrote this down in your last note. They gave Eggman some credit for crashing in Nature Reserve.
Yeah, they said,
so,
if Eggman didn't fuck our ship over, we wouldn't have had a Captain Planet episode. Thanks, Eggman.
Yeah, thanks, Eggman.
Well, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, I think that about does it tonight.
Yeah.
All right.
I say we do the rest of the season. Let's go.
All right.
Let's go.
Episode 19. Lincoln finds new cast members.
Okay.
The alternate title being David kills himself. My title being Anthony's notes are incomprehensible gibberish.
Episode 19. I'm gonna read Anthony's best note for episode 19 here.
Yeah.
Just give me
As like a
here.
teaser to the next episode.
Yeah, next episode teaser. Amy, no, I'm supposed to fuck Sonic. So there you go.
I hope the audience enjoys it, enjoys to figure out what that means.
Yeah, let that dwell in your mind for a while.
It's not like you could look up what episode 19 is, watch it, and then
Spoiler. Like 17 years old. All right.
This has been Knuckles Fan 169, defending the best Knuckles episode.
This is Big the Fat, or Big the Dave, or Big the Beaver. I forgot at this point.
I found you, Faker.
This has been.
It's been you the whole time.
This has been Chip's boy hole.
Signing off.
That's just a theory.